Today we are going to be looking at Level D, Module 2, a preview. So we're going to look at the skills and see kind of what you know, what you already know about what we will be covering during this next section. So we would be in the workbook, you would be on page 55. For most of these problems you're going to be looking at, I will be showing you right here. We're going to work a couple of problems. I need you to write the problems, and the answers definitely need to be there. The notes that I give, some of them you're going to need to keep because they're going to help you out. So let's just go ahead and begin. We're going to do, number one asks us to do, find each sum. Use the commutative property of addition to write another addition fact. So what they want us to do is decide. This is 8 plus 0. The commutative property means that whatever order you put the problems in, whatever order you put the add-ins, the answer is still the same. So we're going to use the commutative property because that's what they ask us to do. What the commutative property means is 8 plus 0 is the same as 0 plus 8. 8 plus 0 is 8. 0 plus 8 equals 8. Number two, they ask us to use I skipped down to number 7. So for number 7, they say find each sum. Use the associative property of addition to write the answer, to write another addition fact. The associative property means it doesn't matter if it's an addition, and if it's an addition problem, it does not matter how you group these numbers. When you add them, the sum will be the same. What does that look like? Again, they ask us to use the associative property. So what that is 6 plus 4 being grouped, like the parentheses means that's what you're going to add first. 6 plus 4 plus 1 is the same as doing 6 plus 4 plus 1, but the parentheses is the difference. In this problem over here on the left, 6 plus 4 is in parentheses. In the problem on the right, 4 plus 1 is in parentheses. The associative property states that the answer over here is the same as over here. It doesn't matter the order that you add the numbers, it will be the same answer. So over here you get 6 plus 4 equals 10, plus 1 equals 11. Over here you get 4 plus 1 equals 5, plus 6 equals 11. Now we're going down to the bottom of the page, which covers lesson 2. And they ask us, on that part, they're asking us to find the sum. We have 3 add-ins, and they want us to find the sum. So to do that, we do 2 plus 4 equals 6, which gives us a new problem. We have 6 plus 1, which is 7. So you see we started with 2 add-ins, 2 plus 3 add-ins, 2 plus 4 plus 1. Then we picked 2 of them and we added them. 2 plus 4, that gave us 6. And we still had this one left, so we wrote the 6 over here. We took the 1 over there. So now we have 6 plus 1, and that's 7. Okay. Number 7, 3 add-ins again. And they want us to add those. So as we come over, we add the ones place. In fact, here's the description of what we're going to do right here, okay? And when we add the ones place, we get 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 equals 6. So then we have 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. That means we write the 4 below and we regroup or carry the 1. we write the 4 in the ones place, we carry the 1 to the tens place. So that's adding the ones place. Then we have, in the tens place, we add those numbers. We add 5 plus 1 equals 6. Now we have 6 plus 3, that equals 9. And then 9 plus the 1 that we carried, or the one that we regrouped, and that equals 10. So 54 plus 12 plus 38 equals 104. And I just wrote it. It's the same thing written down here as it is written here. So we added the ones place, we carried the 1 that we needed. Then we added the tens place plus the 1 we carried, and that gave us 10. So 54 plus 12 plus 38 equals 104. We're going to be looking at lesson 3, which is on page 56 now. On that page, they ask us to find the sum. So we have 45 plus 12. We add the ones place first. Then we add the tens. Then we add the ones place. Then we add the tens place. In the ones place, 5 plus 2 is 7. We write the 7 in the ones underneath the ones place. Then we add the tens place, which is 4 plus 1, that's 5. That tells us that 45 plus 12 equals 57. Then they ask us to do number 7. Number 7 asks that we do the same thing. So 20 plus 19. The problem is written horizontally here. It's written vertically here. I like to work them vertically. That makes more sense to me. So we add the ones place first. Then we add the tens place. When we add the ones place, that's 0 plus 9. 0 plus 9 equals 9. You would write that underneath the ones place. Then we add the tens place. 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 equals 3. That goes under the tens place. So 20 plus 19 equals 39. Now we're looking at lesson 4. Now lesson 4 is going to be addition with regrouping. Following the same steps, except we're going to have to regroup. And when you regroup in addition, that means you're going to carry an extra number over to the next place. So when we do 38 plus 14, we add the ones place, then you add the tens place, just like the previous problem. 8 plus 4 equals 12. You write the 2 under the ones place, then carry the 1 to the tens place. So now in the tens place, you're going to have the 1 from regrouping plus the 3 that's already there plus the 1 that's already there. And 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So 38 plus 14 would be 52. And please don't forget, you should be writing some of these things. I'm stalling right now a little bit to give you a chance to write what we need to have written. You don't have to write all these notes, but on your paper, you definitely should have 38 plus 14. 8 plus 4 equals 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 1 equals 5. Your paper should have that. Okay, now we're doing number 7. That's 77 plus 15. They'll have it in the book written horizontally. I write them vertically so that I can work them. You're going to add the ones place, then add the tens place. When you add the ones place, you get 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5 equals 12. Write the 2 underneath the ones place. Carry the 1 above the tens place. Now you have, in the tens place, you add 7 plus 1 plus the 1 that you regrouped. 7 plus 1 is 8 plus the 1 that you regrouped, that equals 9. And you write that under the tens place. So 77 plus 15 equals 92. Let's keep it moving. We're going on to the problems that you will see when we get into lesson 5. When we get into lesson 5, we have 3 add-ins. Again, adding 3 two-digit numbers. These first problems will be without regrouping. Same thing as the other problems. You add the numbers in the ones place, then add the numbers in the tens place. 1 plus, so you should have written that problem for me, please. 41 plus 26 plus 11. Write them vertically so that the problems will begin to, so that they'll line up. Because lining up the numbers will be important as you add. So in the ones place, 1 plus 6 plus 1 equals 8. You write that number underneath the ones place. Yours would be right there underneath what you've written. Then you move over to the tens place and you have 4 plus 2 plus 1. That answer is 7. You write the 7 underneath the tens place. So as you write your problem, I have words under here, but as you write your problem, you should have 78. 78 as your answer. Once you do that, begin to write the problem number 7. Problem number 7 is 17 plus 21 plus 30. When you do 17 plus 21 plus 30, remember I write them vertically so that I can line up my place values so I can add the correct numbers. First thing you do is add the numbers in the ones place, then the numbers in the tens place. In the ones place, we have 7 plus 1 plus 0. That means you put an 8 in the ones place. So underneath these numbers that you see me touching, the 8 goes right here. Then you add the tens place. That's 1 plus 2 plus 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3, 6. So that's going to be the answer, 17 plus 21 plus 30. On your paper, you should have 8, 6. Yours should be like that. Okay? We're moving on to lesson number 6. Number 6 is going to be the same thing, except, well, the same adding 3 two-digit numbers, but it's going to be with regrouping. So again, we add the ones place first. 3 plus 9 plus 1, that equals 13. You'll write the 3 in the ones place, carry the 1 above. So now you have 2 plus 1 plus 2, that's the original problem, plus the 1 that was regrouped. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. You write the 6 in the tens place. So you should have your problem written like this. Underneath the ones place, you should have a 3. Underneath the tens place, you should have a 6. So that 23 plus 19 plus 21 equals 63. The next one they give us is 54 plus 12 plus 38. Take a second to finish writing the previous problem and the answers to the previous problem and get this one set. Okay, now let's go ahead and begin that one. You should have it lined up similar to this. Remember, we add the ones place first. That means you have 4 plus 2 plus 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. Write the 4 in the ones place. Carry the 1. Now you have 5 plus 1 plus 3 plus the 1 that you carried. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus the 1 that you carried is 10. 54 plus 12 plus 38 equals 104. And now at the bottom of that, well, we're going to go to lesson 7, which is going to be on page problems from lesson 7, which will be on page 58 in the book that you're in your workbook there. But again, I'm just writing a few of these problems right here. If you're following along in that book, then great. If you're not, that's fine, because I'm working them so you can see them. All right. 121 plus 345. That is the problem that you should have written. We're going to add the ones place, then the tens place, then the hundreds place. Just in case you've forgotten, this is the ones place, this is the tens place, and this is the hundreds place. So add these first, add these second, add these third. When you add the ones place, that's 1 plus 5, 6. When you add the tens place, that's 2 plus 4, that's 6. When you add hundreds place, that's 1 plus 3, and that's 4. So 121 plus 345 equals 466. If you look at problem number 7, that's 274 plus 602. Try to stay with me as you write, as I keep talking and you write the problems. Okay, try to stay with me. Now, if you look at what we did here, I just set it up a little bit differently, but it's the same thing. You add the ones place, 4 plus 2 equals 6. Now you add the tens place, 7 plus 0 equals 7. And then you add the hundreds place, 2 plus 6 equals, look at I made a mistake, 2 plus 6 equals 8. So 274 plus 602 equals 876. Okay? So again, you add your ones place, 4 plus 2 is 6. Then you add your tens place, 7 plus 0 equals 7. Then you add your hundreds place, 2 plus 6 equals 8. Now we move on to number 8. Number 8 is going to be adding 3-digit numbers, but it's going to be with regrouping. The rules are still the same. You're going to add your ones place, then your tens place, then your hundreds place. So when you add the ones place, you have 9 plus 4, and that equals 13. You can only put one number down here, so you put 3, you carry the 1. You come over here to the side, you have 3 plus 8 is 11, plus the 1 that you carried, and that's 12. And then as I move over, I just wrote them over to the side so you'd have a chance to see the steps as they happen. Now you carried 1, but you have 1 plus 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus the 1 that you carried is 7. 439 plus 284 equals 723. we look at number 7, 236 plus 188. Add the ones place first. That's 6 plus 8. 6 plus 8 equals 14. Only one digit can go down here, so you write the 4, you carry the 1. Our new problem in the tens place is 1 plus 3 plus 8. 1 plus 3 equals 4. 4 plus 8 is 12. So we wrote the 2, we carried the 1. Our new problem in the hundreds place, and when I slide over, will be 1 plus 2 plus 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 238 plus 188, 236 plus 188 equals 428. 424, I'm making all kind of errors. The answer, what I wrote is correct, what I said is incorrect. 236 plus 188 equals 424. We're going to move on to lesson 9, problems that will show up in lesson 9. These will be adding multi-digit numbers with regrouping, okay? So our first problem will be 438 plus 103 plus 54. The same thing applies. We're going ones place, then we're going to add the tens place, then we're going to add the hundreds place. In the ones place, we have 8 plus 3 plus 4. That equals 15. We'll write the 5 underneath the ones place. We'll carry the 1 to the top of the tens place. In the tens place, we have 3 plus 0 plus 5 plus the 1 that we regrouped. 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus the 1 that we carried is 9. And that 9 goes underneath the tens place. In the hundreds place, we have 4 plus 1 equals 5. So our answer to 438 plus 103 plus 54 is 595. On to number 7. Number 7 gives us 325 plus 934 plus 427. We're going to line it up. We're going to add the ones place first, the tens place next, and the hundreds place last. When we add the ones place, we have 5 plus 4 plus 7. 5 plus 4 plus 7 equals 16. We'd write the 6 in the ones place and carry the 1 to the tens place. When you add the tens place, you have 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus the 1 that we carried. The answer to that is 8. So you write the 8 in the tens place. And you come over to the hundreds place and you have 3 plus 9 plus 4. 3 plus 9 equals 12. 12 plus 4 equals 16. So we write the 16. So 325 plus 934 plus 427 equals 1,700. 686. Now if we look at lesson 10, it's more of the same. They're going to ask us to actually estimate. Okay, so we're going to estimate the answer to 439 plus 284. When you estimate, that means you're going to have to round. Since these are this is 439, this is 284. The furthest place out we're going to go is the hundred, so the numbers are out to the hundreds place, so we're going to round to the hundreds. Remember, we're going to round 439 to the nearest hundred. We're going to round 284 to the nearest hundred. Remember that when you round this, when you round 400, we look to the place on the right. We're going to look at this place. Remember that it's between 0 and 4. Then the 4 stays the same. If this number is between 5 and 9, then the 4 goes to a 5. In this case, 3 is between 0 and 4, so the 4 stays the same. Every number after the 4 becomes a 0. When we round 284, this is the number we're looking at that's going to tell us what to do, the number in the tens place. So if it's between 0 and 4, the 2 stays a 2. If this number is between 5 and 9, the 2 becomes a 3. We have an 8. 8 is, I hope you said, between 5 and 9. And when you say that, that means that the 2 becomes a 3. And every number after the 2 becomes a 0. So then you have 400 plus 300, that equals 700. Now I went ahead and I wanted to know if I estimated correctly. Is that a reasonable estimation? That means, am I close? Am I near? So I went ahead and I added 439 plus 284, and I got 723. So if I rounded and got 700, and if I actually added, I would have gotten 723. And the question is that reasonable? Does that make sense? And the answer to that question is yes. Now we're going to look at number 7. Number 7, we're going to round or estimate 450 plus 165. We're going to estimate this answer. So if we round 450 to the nearest hundred, we look at the 5. If it's between 5 and 9, then the 4 becomes a, does the 4 stay the same or does the 4 become a 5? You should have said that the 4 becomes a 5. So that every number after the 5 now becomes a 0. So we have a 5, 0, 0. When we round 165 to the nearest hundred, we look at the 6 that's in the tens place. Remember that if it's between 5 and 9, then the number before it, does it stay the same or does it go up? You should have said go up. So that this 1 becomes a 2. And all the numbers after the 2 become 0, 0. So that's 200. Now, when you add 500 plus 200, you get 700. I wanted to have an idea of if it was reasonable, so I went ahead and added just to kind of check myself, and so 450 plus 165 equals 615. Not as close as I would like, but it is within about 85, so that's fairly close. I'm going to say yes, that is reasonable. Now, when we did the next problem we'll do is on page 60, that's lesson 11. And they want you to eliminate unreasonable answers and solve the problem. So you're going to kind of figure out what they want you to find, and then look at some of the answers that are way off, and then do the work to find the answer. If you eliminate some of the very wrong answers, that can help you as you work to figure. It'll limit your choices. It'll eliminate some things that you have to think about. So, number one on page 60, Monica's plant was 38 inches tall last year. This year, it grew 18 inches. How tall is Monica's plant? So again, we're on page 60, and I'm reading question number one. Monica's plant was 38 inches tall last year. This year, it grew 18 inches. How tall is Monica's plant? When you work a word problem, you need to find out uh, what they want to know. And they want to know, how tall is the plant now? How are you going to find that? You're going to add how tall it was to how much it grew. You're going to add those two numbers together, how tall it was plus how much it grew. So that's 38 inches is how tall it was, plus 18 inches is how much it grew. You would set that up. That's 38 plus 18. Add the ones place first. 8 plus 8, 16. Write the 1. I'm going to write the 6 under the ones place. Carry the 1 above the tens place. My new problem is 3 plus 1 plus the 1 that I carried. 3 plus 1 equals 4, plus the 1 that I carried equals 5. And that should help you find the answer to how tall the plant is now. Now, what I'm going to have you do now is page 53 and 54, but I only want you to work the odd problems. Which ones are the odd problems, Mr. Green? That would be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. You might have said, I didn't catch that. I still don't know. And that's okay. I will have it listed somewhere, or when you come to me and say, I still don't know the odd numbers, I will have it written down. I will write it for you so that you'll know which problems you need to know, which problems you need to work now.